Hi everybody, this is Katie Cantu and I'm here with my daughter Emily, and we are going to talk to you guys a little bit today about animals that come from eggs. And Emily has an animal here that you guys might be familiar with. Maybe you're going on an egg hunt or dyeing Easter eggs this weekend, and you know that those eggs come from chickens. And so we're going to start with a little book here. It's called Chickens Aren't the Only Ones by Ruth Heller, and we're going to talk about some animals that hatch from eggs. Chickens lay the eggs you buy. The eggs you boil or fry or dye or leave alone so you can see what grew inside naturally. Chickens aren't the only ones. What kind of birds are those? Peacocks. Every bird, wild or tame, does the same. The ostrich lays the largest egg. Well, this big one is an ostrich egg. The hummingbird, the smallest. Can you guys see that? It's really tiny. And every size of bird egg in between. Chickens aren't the only ones. Most snakes lay eggs, and lizards too, and crocodiles and turtles do. And dinosaurs, who are extinct, but they were reptiles too. Frogs and toads and salamanders lay eggs, and when they hatch, they're tadpoles who grow legs and climb a lily pad, just like their mom and dad. They don't have claws or scaly skins. They are called amphibians. Fish eggs float up to the surface or sink to the bottom of the ocean floor. This mother seahorse lays her eggs into the father's pouch. He keeps them there until they hatch and then he's through. I think that's nice of him, don't you? These fathers too are helping out by guarding eggs, protected by that foamy mass that's floating by. And they won't leave until they're sure all the eggs have hatched. These don't look like eggs to me, but they were laid in the sea. This one by a shark. This one by a ray. It's a mermaid's purse, they say. The octopus is said to shed 100,000 eggs and hang them up in strings attached to rocks or caves. The moon snail's eggs are mixed with sand to form this collar-looking band. And it looks like a collar on your shirt. Spiders wrap their eggs in sacks. And snails, you know, are very slow, but they lay eggs that hatch and grow. They're baby snails. And so do insects, who have 6 legs and lay many kinds of eggs. This one will hatch into a hungry caterpillar who will grow and grow and grow and then climb up on a stem and change into this, a chrysalis, and then change again one summer morn, and that is how a butterfly is born. It's a beautiful tiger swallowtail. Animals with fur or hair who nurse their young and don't lay eggs are known as mammals or mammalia. But these are 2 exceptions, and they both live in Australia. So the spiny anteater or the echidna and a duck-billed platypus are the only mammals that lay eggs. So unique animals there. Chickens aren't the only ones. There's no more to discuss. Everyone who lays an egg is oviparous. That's kind of a fancy name for every animal that lays eggs. Oviparous. Animals who don't lay eggs have babies born alive and well, but that's another tale to tell. Do kittens hatch from eggs, Emily?
No, they don't.
No, they don't. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at some animals with you guys. Now these are just our little collection of animals, but they would be animals found in the wild here in Iowa. And so why don't we start by pulling some of these out. Emily has already showed you guys the chicken, and that's not a wild animal, but we know chickens come from eggs. So we're going to sort through a few of these and see if you guys can figure out which animals come from eggs with us. All right, go ahead and pull one out. Oh, look at this. Can everyone see what that is? You might have to hold it up, Emily. This is a
Bison.
bison. All right, do bison come from eggs?
No.
No, how do we know that?
Because,
That's something you can see on their body.
fur, I can see fur all over.
All right, if it's a furry animal or a mammal, they have babies that are born alive. They do not hatch from eggs. All right, let's pull out another one. Oh, what's this little thing? You might have to flap it up close to the camera, and you guys can see, what is this?
A bat.
A bat. Do bats hatch from eggs?
No.
Nope. They have fur on their bodies. And they have little batlings that are born alive. They also nurse their babies when they're born, too, just like that bison. All right, let's find another one. Oh, can you guys tell what this is? Here's a bird that we see all over. Very common bird. It says its name. Jay, right?
The blue jay.
Blue jay. All right, so do blue jays hatch from eggs?
Yes.
They're a bird, and birds have feathers covering their body, so all birds come from eggs. All right. Oh, here's another one that might have feathers. It's a barn owl. Do barn owls hatch from eggs?
Yes.
Yes. Yep. Eggs are laid in old barns or old buildings. So go ahead and pull out another one. We got some birds. Oh, this is not a wild animal, but we have these roaming around our neighborhood. Cat. All right, do cats hatch from eggs?
No.
No, they're a mammal. All right, let's get another one. Oh, little finger puppet. That is a
Skunk.
skunk. Do skunks hatch from eggs? Oh, he's spraying everybody. Do they hatch from eggs?
No.
All right, let's do another one. This is a good one. It's a
Turkey vulture.
turkey vulture. This is a large bird that's come back to Iowa for the spring and the summer, and they're going to be laying their eggs. Another bird. Okay, large bird. It's a scavenger. It eats things that are dead. Oh, here we go. This is a pretty cool animal. A snake. Do snakes hatch from eggs?
Yes.
Yes, snakes have dry, scaly skin. They are a reptile, and all reptiles hatch from eggs. Reptile eggs have kind of a soft, leathery-like shell to them. They're kind of tough, kind of like your shoes. And a lot of reptiles bury their eggs in the ground to keep them safe. All right, got another one? Oh, this is a tiny one. It's a little mouse. It's a little mouse. Do mice hatch from eggs?
No.
No, they have fur. They're a mammal. All right, let's find another one. Oh, here's a bigger one.
Possum.
Possum. You know, possums actually are pretty good animals to have around. They eat a lot of insects, and they can eat a lot of ticks. And nobody likes to find those creepy little ticks on them, but possums they're good for eating up lots of ticks. Do possums come from eggs?
No.
No. One thing that's really cool about possums is they are the only marsupial that lives in North America. And a marsupial is an animal that has a pouch. So their babies are born really tiny, almost like a little jelly bean, and they're in the pouch, and they stay there until they get a little bit bigger, and they don't fit in the mom's pouch, and then they kind of cling to her back, and she will climb around with her little babies attached to her back. So she's a marsupial, kind of like koalas and kangaroos and wombats and animals in Australia. All right, yeah, we like that cuddly possum. All right, let's find another one. Oh, here's a good one.
It's a baby deer.
A baby deer called a fawn. All right, and there's going to be a lot of fawns being born in Iowa this spring. Do they hatch from eggs?
No.
No, we got some mammals here that do not hatch from eggs. If you find a baby fawn this spring, the best thing to do is leave it alone. You cannot touch or move baby animals like that. And in fact, the DNR has passed some new laws that wildlife rehabbers can't take baby fawns either. We have to leave them in the wild. So if you ever see something like that, just know how lucky you are. You got to see something pretty cool, but then leave wild animal babies in the wild. Okay, so deer and possums don't hatch from eggs. Let's see if we got anything else in here that maybe some different kinds of animals that we can show you guys. Oh, this is one of our favorites. We get a lot of these in our yard.
A hummingbird.
A hummingbird. They'll be back a little bit later this spring. Do they hatch from eggs?
Yes.
Tiny eggs. Remember the story? They come from the smallest bird eggs in the world. They are tiny little birds and they lay itty bitty tiny little eggs, and their nests are about the size of like a half of a walnut. Really tiny, and they're hard to find because they attach them way up high in tree branches, and they lay 1 or 2 tiny little eggs in there. All right, hummingbird, fly on over here. Okay, here's a group we haven't talked about yet. All right, all our fishermen, identify the fish. Do you know what kind of fish it is?
A catfish.
A catfish. All right. Do fish come from eggs?
Yes.
Yes. All fish lay eggs in the water. And so catfish comes from an egg. All right. Do we have anything else? Okay, yep. Let's get that one out. I think we got another group of animals here. Ooh, she's getting ready here. Here it comes. Flutter, flutter. What is this?
A monarch butterfly.
Another one of our favorites to see. A monarch butterfly. Did it come from an egg?
Yes.
Yes. All insects come from eggs as well. And insects go through something really cool called metamorphosis. So out of the egg doesn't come a baby butterfly, right? It's a caterpillar. And then the caterpillar changes and makes its chrysalis. And then out of the chrysalis comes the monarch butterfly. Yep. And so insects come from eggs. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. I hope you're getting outside and exploring. And if you're out looking for animals and signs of animals this spring, keep an eye out for things that lay eggs. And just know that most of the animals in the world started their life out hatching from eggs, unless they were a furry mammal. Is that pretty cool? All right.